So part 2 of 5.1, here's our triangle. We've got hypotenuse is 50, that's across the 90, so that's our C value. Here's our height, and here is our base. Now, what's nice about this problem is that we can notice the area of the triangle formula. That's our first thing. We use the area formula. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for the area. Then we look for our variables. What's the base and the height? Well, the height is 40. Right here, height is 40. The base is x. So, I don't know what x is, but since it's a 90-degree angle, I can use the Pythagorean theorem to solve for x. Okay? So I'm going to put in here the value of the variables, and then the Pythagorean theorem to find the base, or x. Now, I notice this is a 4 and a 5. Well, that's a multiple of a Pythagorean theorem, right? We say a 3, 4, 5 triangle. Well, this is going to be a 30, 40, 50 triangle with a Pythagorean triple. Now we can plug that back in for x, and we can use it to plug in for our area formula, and we can do some multiplication and solve. Do not forget your units. If it says inches, better have inches squared. Now, right here, let's look at another triangle. Now, this is an isosceles triangle. We can see that 10 is equal to 10. Now, on isosceles triangles, where if I connect the midpoint right here to the vertex, then I end up with a 90-degree angle, and I also end up with the midpoint. So this would be 4, and this would be 4. That's kind of cool stuff we learned about isosceles triangles. I think we learned that last section, last unit. So right here, we start with the area formula. We realize, oh no, we don't know the height. So then I say I need to use the Pythagorean theorem to solve for the height. I don't want the whole 8. I want just the 90-degree angle part. Since it's the midpoint, we say it's 4. So that's where my B is 4 comes from. So I have 4 here, h, and 10. So I plug them in to the theorem. And I say 10 equals h squared plus 4 squared. Well, that's here. I subtract 16 over. And when I do that, I end up with the square root of 84. Well, I can simplify that a little bit, and I can get to be a pair of 2's. So I pull out the pair of 2's. Right here, I pull the 2's out. And now I'm left with 2 root 21 as h. Now notice, we're not done yet. We're still looking for the area. I solve for h, that goes in here, and now I can use that to plug into my equation for the area. I cross off both 2's, and I end up with 8 root 21. Again, meter squared, don't forget your unit. So that's my whole proof right there. You're not going to have proofs like this on the test, but I want to show them as proofs, why each step is logical. So right here, again, I've got an isosceles triangle, 5 and 5. So when I look at this, I've got to think about my area formula. What do I know? I know the base is 8, but I don't know the height. So I have to use the Pythagorean theorem to solve for the height. Again, notice, 4, 5, what's the other side? 3, it's a Pythagorean triple, so it's 3. So much faster than doing 25 minus 16 equals 9, square root both sides gets me 3. So know your Pythagorean triples. Now I use this for the variable for the triangle. I plug them in, I reduce down, and I get 12. Again, don't forget your units. So essential question, how does the Pythagorean theorem help you calculate the area of a triangle? Again, it doesn't directly help you do the area of a triangle. What it does is help you find a missing side, or the height, or the base, something like that. And when you find that, you can use that information to solve for the area. So go ahead and fill out a summary for 5.1, part 1 and part 2. And there's your notes. I know this went quick, but most of it was just square roots, review, and then a little bit of Pythagorean theorem. So I hope you enjoyed. Get your notes done. Homework problems. I hope you listened to the very end of the video, because I've removed homework problems. I have cut out problems number 2, 3, 5, 8, and 12. I've also cut out problems number 13, 16, and 17. On the back of the worksheet, I've crossed off problems 20, 25, 24, and 28. Each of those will be extra credit if you complete them. I took them out because that just seemed like a lot of work, and this is going to be kind of a crazy week with midterms and things. So I'm trying to lighten the burden load. Hopefully you listened to the entire video. I'll put a comment in there or something and see if people read the comments. But enjoy your homework and the notes. So.